Morning, watch collectors. Today I'm outside reviewing my Sugess moonphase chronograph with the 1908 or the ST1908 movement from Seagull. I have a few chronographs with quartz movements, and you can see the little seconds hands ticking away there. A couple mecha quartz. This one's Germany. I think it's actually made in China, but it's in German watch, aromatic, and this Timex. The little second hands are just ticking away. But I was drawn to the complexity of the mechanical chronograph movements, but they tend to be very expensive. I found myself watching a lot of videos for a cheaper alternative, and I found the Chinese 1963 military remakes. They're cool. They have the Seagull 1901 movement, and very more attractive to my pocketbook. But I settled down on these Sugess. I found this one. I found I was more attracted to the movement, that fancy mechanical movement, than I was to the Chinese military part, or it was a little small too. It was 38 millimeter. I found this Sugess watch, this hand wind ST1908 movement, because it was 40 millimeter in sapphire. There were a few other companies making some that were like 42 mil or really thick, like 15 mil thick. But this one's thinner, and this Sugess had a beautiful texture on the dial, and I was real attracted to that. They actually make three models. So if you go into AliExpress and you search Sugess Chronograph, you'll find 3 models. They have one with just 2 subdials, and that's going to be the 1901 movement. And it had really pretty vertical texturing, but it had these little pushers here on the side that were inoperable. So then when you move up to the 1908 movement, they added a couple complications. They have this moonphase, and they have a date, which and a more complex texture. So I was going for complex, so I went with this one. They do have another version that they tried making a little more modern looking, and it has moonphase and date, but it has like loom, which I imagine is very bad loom or pretty weak loom. They changed the hands to these sword hands, gave it a little more modern look with loom, and they got rid of the texture. So I wasn't at all interested in that. Although the one thing I was interested in was the gooseneck regulator. They added a gooseneck regulator to the movement, which was pretty cool, but oh well. I ended up with this one because of the texture. I wanted to go as complicated as possible. As you can see, it's pretty. They did have cream. Let's see here. They had cream dial. This is the white dial. They offer those cream and white in stainless and in rose gold. Look at that sign crown. Little details. Sugess makes a nice looking watches. Anyway, let me not flip the camera. Let me move this watch box out of the way and get this off the holder here and take a little closer look. All right, there we go. Let's see here. A couple things I want to mention about this watch, other than the beautiful movement on the back. Look at that thing ticking away. This is what attracted me the most. There was just the real complex movements. These chronograph complication is something else on a mechanical watch. So as I'm attracted to the mechanical watches, nice Sugess markings, just 50 meter water resistant. Look at that, sapphire crystal. We'll test that in a second. It is a domed, slightly domed piece of sapphire crystal. And you can see let's see here, the second hand is also curved a little bit. Slightly curved. All right. You'll notice the little smooth sweep of the sub dial for the second hand. You know, it's 30-minute sub dial for, let's see, go ahead and push that. Nice little click noise. Smooth sweep of that. And the moonphase complication. So it is a 29 position moonphase, or 29.5 position. I think how that works. Moonphase. You operate those by pushing these pushers here. So this one sets the day. This one sets the moon phase. That's separate. So really this just has one position when you pull it out. And that is non-hacking, and you can turn the time, but non-hacking. And pop that back in, goes right back to ticking. Wait a minute. Stop and reset. I think there was something in the instructions about not hitting reset when it was stopped, something like that. You could damage the movement. Anyway, this beautiful texture on there, that's what really drew me to it. Let me try to get a little close-up. I'm going to do some close-ups at the end, so I'm not jiggling around so much for you. Little curved hands. Let's see here. Side note, this operating these little pushers, I found the best tool I have for that is a let's see here, what's that called? A SIM card for my phone. It came with a SIM card tool. And that SIM card tool is all polished, so it won't scratch. You could use a pen or something, but a pen might, or a toothpick, wooden toothpick would probably be good too. Just don't want to scratch anything by accident, so that's what I end up using for setting those. And let's, all right, well, since I'm talking about that beautiful texture dial, I chose the white version instead of the cream version, and I just struck me here. I'm going to set up my watch box and show you compared to some other white watches. Like, for example, I'm wearing my Hampton little wristwatch check, but you can see everybody's got their own version of white. Let me set up my watch box and compare it to all my other white watches. You could see some differences. There you go. As you can kind of see here, we've got everybody's got their own version of white. This is outside though, and you can see it isn't quite as bright white as these. This one's actually a little whiter than the Star King, or a little creamier than the Star King, but not as creamy as this Cadison. It's a little creamier, and well, here we are. Got a glare there. This one's kind of white as well, very white. Yeah, there you go. You get a taste of some different creamy whites, or paper whites, I guess. Certainly not the cream version. All right, back to measurements and weight and stuff. Oh yeah, this one came on a faux croc. I don't like faux croc straps, so I wanted to change that. And since the dial was so textured, I didn't want to add a real croc, because that would just be like texture on top of texture on top of texture. I thought that would be a little too much, so I tried to find myself a nice plain leather watch strap. And this one's by Hemsut, and they make a pretty nice watch strap. A quick release, quick detach, kind of the antique style with a little threading on it to match. The buckle it came with was one of the DePoint clasps, so I really wanted to get rid of that so you can open it all the way up and look at and show off that movement in the back. Let me show you what it operates to. You can watch the little relief things, the wheels push around. It engages the chronograph. You stop it, start it. You can see the little, because it's called a column wheel, that's this little thing down there moving. It moves that back and forth to engage the gears. That's wicked cool. And then, of course, the reset. Boop. When you reset this one, it snaps right back. Some of my other movements, some of them scroll back real fast and some snap back. This one does this. It just instantly snaps back. Just nice and cool. So anyway, I upgraded that leather strap. Let's get you some specs. It is off. It is on. It is 40.8. They advertise it as 40. And I was getting 40.5 before, but anyway, 40.8. Maybe I was doing it at a different spot. So almost 41. It is 13.3 thick, that domed sapphire. The lug, this is probably my only complaint on this watch, is it's 22 for the lug width. I wish it was 20, but the 22 lug width actually makes the watch head look a little smaller. So, you know, that's not bad. And just get it tapering. If you get a 22, make sure you get a 22 tapering strap so it doesn't look odd or strange. There we go. And the lug-to-lug. I don't think that was bad at all. Yeah, 48.5. Very wearable. I'll get you pictured on my wrist in a minute. Let's try that diamond selector. Yep, sapphire on the front. Just mineral glass on the back. I wasn't expecting sapphire as well. Just mineral glass back there. And let's get you a weight. 85.5 grams. A little heavier than my other Sugess, that Gustav Becker. That was a real light one, but this has a lot more watch. It's a bit heavy, thicker too. That was like a 9mm thick, and I think it was like 60 grams. This got a little bit more weight to it. What a beautiful watch. Let's get you some close-ups. Trying to get you a close-up of that curved second hand. Just curves right at the edge. Really does show that textured dial. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more. Almost forgot the view on wrist. There it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Doesn't stick out too far. Pretty watch band there. Too bad I don't have a signed buckle for this one. There she be. Yeah. Good to go. The 48.5 lug to lug is perfect. And that 22 doesn't look bad at all. Tapers down to 18. Alright guys. Just check back for more videos.